Marcia. We have Santino, myself. Is that enough? Santino?
I don't know. Is it three? Is it 3 or 4? 1, 2, 3.
It's always been 3, hasn't it?
Is it 3?
We're only missing Nick because we have to remove Jessica. We have to make a motion to remove Jessica from our board. So
we're good
we're
then.
supposed to have 5 right now.
But we have 3, so we're still okay, right?
Yeah, we're okay. We just got to today
Okay.
make sure we take the other one off.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Okay, welcome, everybody. So call to order at 10:14. We have to move pretty quickly because there's some people that have to leave. Can I have a motion to adopt the agenda for today? Santino, Marcia, good, done. Any declaration of conflict? Seeing none. See? Can I get a motion for the approval of our last meeting, which was on October 21? Santino, Marcia, thank you. Financial report, Marcia, anything?
Yep. So currently in our bank account, we have $57,037.71.
Okay, good. Good.
Sorry, can you repeat that? 57,000?
$57,037.
Yep.
$37.71.
Thank you.
Does anybody have any questions for Marcia on that? No? Okay, well, we're in pretty good position, I guess. Number 6, reoccurring business. Marketing committee report. Well, as you folks know, given the situation and everything else that's going on, marketing committee really hasn't met. So we're hoping that moving forward in this new year that we're going to make more than a orchestrated attempt to meet. There's a lot of stuff that we want to get done. As we go down in the agenda, there's some events we're going to be talking about. So as marketing committee, we have nothing to report, so we'll defer any comments to our next meeting. Downtown Wi-Fi and downtown music update. I guess it's up and running. It sounded pretty good during the holidays. I don't know if anybody has any comments.
We have a problem right now with it being on pause, but I'm working with the city to get it fixed. And hopefully to have music up and running again this week with the new playlist. Fantastic.
Good job. Okay, storage space. I mean, this seems to be an item that keeps repeating and repeating. It doesn't want to go away. We're going to have to find some secondary space or talk to the city and see if they can help us out. None of the merchants that I talked about, merchants present here, people in attendance included, we don't have space in our buildings for storage. So, I mean, that's something that we're going to kind of have to rattle our brain, maybe talk to the city, Jeff, to see if we can maybe get a spot for storage. In the meantime, if anybody has any suggestions, we're all open ears.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, if I could just comment on that. So I had been working with some of my other business partners in the community, like the Hamilton Oshawa Port Authority, looking for storage space for some other community organizations. I'm just wondering, how much storage space would you actually need, and what would it be for?
Marcia?
So we're looking for about 10 cubic meter, like we need a 10 by 10 space probably. It'd be for storing our boxes, our old documents, because we have to keep everything, and all our Christmas stuff. I have car show right now at my store. I have signs at my store. So all that stuff.
So quick question, you wouldn't need it to be climate controlled, correct? It would just need to be a storage space.
Right.
That is correct.
Okay, let me see what I can find out for you and see if I can pull something off with these guys, okay?
Thank you, Marco. Thank you very much. D, flags on towpath. They have arrived. I've been corresponding with Sumaran. We're just making arrangements to get together, pick them up, and eventually get them installed, I guess. So that's the latest we have to report on that. So we'll
When
keep
they put them up, can you get the snowflakes taken down?
snowflakes. Where on?
Towpath.
They've been down.
No, they're
Snowflake?
still up. They took down the ones on Front Street, but not
Oh,
Towpath.
no. Towpaths are down.
Oh,
Absolutely.
they
they're
must
down.
have just done it this week then.
No, at least last week. They're down.
Oh, that, it could
Absolutely.
have been, yeah, it might have been just because I know before the storm, they were still up there. We took pictures.
Yeah, they're down because I talked to our contact and it was done. Yeah, so that's done. Good news. Governance, social media policy. Well, I know that there's some information attached. I don't know if anybody's got any comments on that. Marcia, do you want to talk to that?
Yeah, it's just a policy we're gonna have to read over and adopt. A lot of the committees have done so. It's just making sure that we're not saying things that are inappropriate, that we're posting things that aren't offensive, and things like that. So we do have to read it over. I haven't fully read it over, to be honest, and we're pretty much adapting what the city already has. It's just to make sure that we're following all the protocols, and the Ontario BIA also does it. So it's pretty standard.
So maybe if the committee, the membership, people at the meeting here can read into it, and maybe we'll put that as a highlighted item for next week, because this has been coming up a few times in our meeting and we need to put it to rest. It's just protocol stuff. It's nothing out of the ordinary. It's stuff that we all have to comply with. Great. Festival of Lights, acquiring lights. Who wants to speak to that? Marsh?
I'll do it. So we did purchase lights. I do have $1,000 that needs to go back into the account. We got some great stuff. We got mini lights that can go on every tree. Unfortunately, we did not have people come out and help. Really, you know what I mean? We were fortunate enough that we had Santino, myself, Erica, we had Tim Geddes and a friend, and a couple of volunteer students that I had, but not the membership people that we needed. So we couldn't even do 1/4 of what we should have done and what we own. So it definitely is something that we need more help with and more people coming out to help.
Absolutely.
But thank the people
So-
that did come out. I appreciate you guys so much. You guys know that. Santino was your anniversary. I love you for it. Coming out, you know what I mean? Like, you guys are awesome. So thank you guys.
Question, there's $57,000 in the account. Why wouldn't you hire somebody to do it?
No, but it's not the city, it's $15,000 for them to do the little bit that the city did. You don't get a lot for rentals. And then we have no equity after for the following year. And again, we were hoping people would come and people just didn't show up.
Yeah, so you Angie, just to your point, we've always done that as volunteers. Marcia, whenever you think that we should do that, please let me know. I'd be happy to help. Last time you guys got together, I was out of town in Toronto. I couldn't help, but I'd be more than happy to give you a hand. Along with that thought, as you know, if you guys have noticed, the city of Thorold has started the downtown cleanup. Kudos to them. And I know that I've had a number of calls about the snow and the negative things that it provides for our merchants and our customers to come downtown. Suffice it to say is that, I mean, the city has been doing its best. We've been working hand in hand. We've been in constant communication with Jeff and Marco and Steve Santo. Unfortunately, these are tough times, and you have to prioritize such stuff. So do we want our streets cleaned first, or do we want downtown? They did come out and do our parking lots. Grateful for that. So the city always gets slammed, but you know what? They're working with limited time and limited resources. And some of us just have to be a little bit more patient. And along this line, I've been around this turnip wagon for a long time, since the 80s. It behooves us as merchants at least to do your front of your own drive, your building. The city responsibility is at curbside. So we can't always blame the city for that. I mean, I don't call the city to do my building. I shovel it myself. As obvious as that sounds, that's just the way it is. You can't expect the city to come up and do your sidewalk, even though it belongs to them. So just for the record, just so you know what the protocol is, the city, who is basically bombarded in this this, this unprecedented kind of snowstorm, is only responsible for at curbside, and that they're there this morning, and they're doing the best that they can. So let's give them some slack. I mean, we're all collaborating on the downtown. We all want good things to happen. We have to work together and not throw punches and throw rocks at these people. So I'm content with what they're doing, and hopefully we can all pitch in. So having said that, just maybe we just need to take a little bit more pride in the front of our store. I can tell you right now, if I was a retailer downtown, nobody would have to tell me to show the front of my threshold. So just for the record, let's reiterate that the city is not, they're not going to come shovel the front of your, what do you call it, storefront. Now, to Angie's point, we may consider, in the past, we've had people come in with the little mini, we've had different guys. I know, Marcia, we had John do it for us a few times. We may decide to maybe hire one of these guys locally who have a snow blower. It's kind of a win-win situation. I'm not adverse to considering that as far as a budget item for the upcoming year. Okay, speaking about budget, number 7, the big meat and potatoes budget. Well, I guess Marcia's looking for a motion to approve. You want to speak to that, Marcia? Can't hear you, Marcia.
Sorry, I'm driving, guys.
I know.
Yeah, so there's some editing I would like to do to it, but it's gonna have to come after. We have to approve this budget first with our current, what we're asking the city for. Once we do this, we now need to revisit it and now input the $57,000 into it. So we'll do this one as a preliminary for the city, and then we have to revisit it and input all the new numbers.
In my conversation with Maria around the end of the year, we decided that we would input the $44,000 as the allocation, and that subsequent to that, we would supply them with a budget of our choice. So go ahead. Did you want to?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Perfect. Did you want to make a motion, Marcia?
Yeah, that we approve this year's budget to submit to the city.
Can I have a seconder,
This
please?
upcoming years.
I have a seconder, please. Santino, all in favor? Any opposed? So done. Thank you, Marcia. Again, Marcia, you're on the burner again. Marcia's role on the board. She's superwoman. She does everything and anything. Go ahead, Marcia.
I'm actually hoping to change my position, and I want to be marketing chair. We've done nothing for 2 years, so we need to step it up with this money. So I'd like to make a motion that my role be switched to marketing chair. I can still be treasurer with Erica, that's fine. But I'd like to remove secretary, become marketer. And that way we can get a marketing committee going and start the year off right.
Well, I'll second that motion. All in favor? Any opposed? So done. There you go, marketing chair. Congratulations. Okay, got that done now. I guess voting process overview for 2022. I think that's Angie's item, right?
I did put it down. And the reason is, I want to know what we're going to do. Obviously, Zoom conference is not going to get the memberships attendance that we need to vote. Can we do it by email? What is the protocol before Zoom even existed? If we can't vote in person, can we do emails? I don't know what the options are.
Are you talking about the general meetings?
That the general membership voting, is it not this year for your position, Serge.
Oh,
Lamar-
you're talking about the election,
Correct.
right? Well, I mean, it's a little bit too early at this point. We don't even know if there's anybody wanted to come back, if there's going to be any other interest. I would probably have the members think about that and maybe defer that till a little later on in the year. There's no decision we can make on that. What we should do is advertise the vacant position. The lady, I guess, was it Mrs. Kenny, Marcia? I guess we need to delete her, right?
We have to make a motion to remove her from our board. She's been absent for more than 3 meetings without any cause.
Correct. Do you want to make that motion, Marcia, while we're on it?
God, I'm doing this on every board lately. I just did this for hockey. I make the motion to remove our at-large representative and to repost for that position.
Do we have a seconder, please? Santino, all in favor? All opposed? So done. Okay, fantastic, guys. I guess, Angie, along the same line, I know that you and I have chatted and you sent me an email about the concern about consistent messaging and branding. I know we've had this conversation with Marco. Marco, I don't know if you want to speak to that, or Angie, please go ahead.
I just want it clear why we can't, and you can't see the shop Thorold with the heart, with the map in it. Why are we not consistent in putting that out there? We need
We
something
will
that
be.
be the same. The 2 billboards that are already in place is not consistent. So people, you have to have a visual. It takes 20 seconds to process something in one's life. It has to be a visual. This is fabulous. Why aren't we using it? We're getting the Canada Games coming up. We need to be consistent. We need people to just see a visual. They don't have to know the meaning of it. The heart in Thorold. I mean, it's beautiful. Well done.
Angie, I promise you in the marketing campaign that I have kind of vision, I promise you that heart is going to be replacing everything we have out there right now, because I agree with you. It's a beautiful thing. It's very true. We are in the heart of Niagara, and I absolutely love what they designed. And I agree with you. I definitely think it's one universal message. And I know you'll be sitting on this marketing committee with me because you're amazing. So I promise you that will definitely be something we'll be looking at, is that consistency and also planning out the entire year of marketing. So we're not going to look at what are we doing next month. We are going to sit down, and if we're going to do radio in December, we're booking it now, and we're going to get pricing now, and it's going to be laid out so everybody sees what we have and we have a cohesive thing. Because I agree with you, Ange, and you always have great ideas like that. So I hope you do join the marketing committee.
Go ahead, Marco.
Just 2 things. So I'm happy to sit in on some of these marketing discussions, as I was the one that worked with the region of Niagara and the granting program that I received from them to be able to work with their agency of record to be able to actually put together this logo. So happy to work with you on the marketing team to actually help to facilitate that. On another note, I just want you to know that I've also received some other grant funds that I've applied for. I'm currently in the process of putting together a community profile, of which I'm hoping to be done by the end of the month. But on top of that, there's also going to be some other collateral pieces that are coming out too. And one of them is going to be specific to the downtown. So a downtown specific piece. So Marcia, perhaps maybe we can also discuss that as well with the group at some point when we get to it, because that's definitely something that I want to obviously make sure it gets out there, gets into the hands of the people within not only this community, but outside of this community within the region, because it's going to be very important to showcase that, shopping Thorold is obviously the focus, but at the end of the day, it's also important for us to showcase what are those unique assets that we do have from a cultural related perspective, from a retail related perspective, and even from the canal related perspective, and people that come for visitation to see, the boats going through and what have you. So there's in the cycle routes and everything else. I mean, we have quite a package deal here that we can put together And obviously it's very unique in a sense because it can complement what's going on in other municipalities as well. So we need to see how we can work collaboratively with them as well. And given the fact that Canada Summer Games is coming in August, it's going to be important for us to capitalize in that respect as well. So if we can have some collateral pieces put together before then, and we know how we want to distribute, and we know how we want to get them to the downtown core from the Canada Games Park facility or wherever they may be, then it's going to be important for us to have that discussion in the next few months, because we are already starting to run out of time. So let's obviously pick up those conversations, and I'm happy to be a part of those conversations. Thanks.
Thanks, Marco. Paul, did you want to chime in on that at all?
Yeah, sure. And I agree. The Shop World logo is spectacular. It's a very compelling image. At the same time, I think it behooves everyone here to acknowledge that Shop Thorold branding is not specific to downtown Thorold. It's a broader message for the entire city, and it loses the focus on downtown Thorold. So somehow it's the will of the committee to capture or leverage the equity that's built into the Shop Thorold design. And it's stunning. Don't get me wrong. It's one that has a lot of value, is somehow to adapt it so that it mentions downtown Thorold. That is what the BIA needs to do, because you're representing the businesses in a specific area of Thorold, and that comes first. And at the same time, you're a community player and you promote local business at the same time. So how do you kind of balance those two objectives? It is really the challenge that the marketing committee ought to, contemplate, so that you serve the BIA first.
Marco?
So yeah, Paul, I don't disagree. So what we could do, I can easily go to Loud, who helped create the logo, as you know. And what we can do is we can put Shop Thorold and then put downtown at the bottom of it, or somewhere within the confines of the logo. So then that way we can get very specific. So whether it's Shop Thorold downtown, or Shop Thorold Port Robinson, or Shop Thorold, Brock Business Park, or Shop Thorold, Highway 20, we can get specific. I can get them to revise it so that way it's specific to that specific locale. So I do agree with you. So that's not a problem. We can have that creative done, and we can make those changes and make it specific to the geographic space that we're looking to market.
That would be wonderful.
Great. Fantastic, guys. Good job. So item E, F, and G, Valentine's Day, Women's Day, story walks for Easter. I think we could sort of defer that to our new marketing chair to get back to us on what her and her committee would recommend. Hope that's okay with everybody. There's no use us talking about it until that committee meets and decides what their plan of action is going to be. Snow removal. Well, as you know, it's been a hot item. It's being removed as we speak. Again, let's try to reach down and have patience and work together with the city. These are new tough times, situations that basically have been somewhat unprecedented for the last year or two, and working together for a common cause, I think, is the medicine for the day. Having said that, I have a goose chase here, so that's probably something that we'll do with the marketing as well. We'll yield that to Marcia and her committee. That concludes my agenda, unless there's something else that you folks want to speak about. Go ahead, Mr. Whalen.
Thanks, sir. Sir, just somebody have the keys so he can let this nutcracker, whatever left them here on the post, let him go.
Tim, I told you before, I gotta find it. It's in the boxes that we packed up from the city.
Is everybody okay? Can we cut him loose here? It looks pretty terrible with the base.
Yeah. We're going to have a formal burial for him, I guess.
Yeah, it's pretty sad to get to that extent.
Yeah, I don't have anything to cut them with, so that would be you guys.
Okay, if you guys are okay, I'll cut him loose, and what do you want done with the remains?
That's garbage, right?
Garbage.
Okay,
Yep.
so you guys okay? I'll cut him loose for you.
Sure. Thank you. Okay. Anything else, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah, I just want to make a quick, mention of your TV, and Serge. I saw the news story, so congratulations. You
Thank you.
really did a great selling job. On a 5-minute interview, Serge dominated the session with some highlights on what's happening in downtown. So I shared it on social media. You'll find it on my Thorough. Thanks, Ken, for liking it. And just ask you guys to jump on it, maybe share it to your audience. And, you know, it really leverages the video that was produced for the BIA. And now we got more exposure on your TV. So all of Niagara that have that, you know, Cogeco can see it, but we can also view it on YouTube and just keep, you know, this exposure going. It's a beautiful story. So I wish you the best in 2022 and look forward to working with you guys.
Thanks, Paul. Appreciate it. Go ahead, Marco.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, oh, sorry, one second. Sorry, one sec. I just want to see if I can pull this up because I also got a nice spread in Business Review magazine. They got some fantastic distribution. It speaks to the downtown. I just want to see if I can pull it up for you guys so that way you can see what went in there. One second here.
Santino, you're good to go, buddy. We don't have to vote on anything else. Thank you. Have a good day.
Paul, could I ask you a question while he's looking?
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, it doesn't give me a share option on what you sent, so I don't know. I'm not that.
On the My Thorough page?
Yeah. So I could like it, but I couldn't share it.
He just has to edit the privacy on the top 3 buttons at the corner. When you edit, you make it public and then you can share it. Without editing your privacy, you can't share.
I do or he does?
He has to do it on whoever posted it. They have to edit their privacy. It's
Okay.
It's on the post, the 3 little dots in the corner.
Yeah,
Just hit make public.
yeah, I know what you mean, Marcia, but in the past, like usually my posts are shared, like tours.
Yeah, usually I can. So
Yeah.
anyway, I
It
didn't
might
even-
be something, it could have to do with music, if music was allowed, or if it's some kind of logo. Sometimes the algorithms find that stuff.
Yeah,
But just
yeah,
edit it to public and you should be fine regardless.
yeah.
Okay.
I think
Sometimes
that-
they're tricky like that, you know.
Yeah, but that's your TV setting. I can't change their settings on their YouTube. I might find
Oh,
that.
it's them.
Yeah, see, this is your TV. They have their YouTube channel and they popped it in there. I grabbed their link and I'm sharing it, but they might have.
Yeah.
So why could I share it? And then anyway, I'll try to figure it out, Ken, but thanks for the offer.
Yeah, thank you.
I agree.
I have it here for you guys. One sec. Actually, I don't have the ability to share. The host is, so we would need Joanne to make me a host, unfortunately, or allow me to share. And I don't know if she's on right now. I do see that it says city clerk there, but I would need her to give me the permission to be able to share my screen. So right now it's disabled. What I'll do is I am getting hard copies distributed, but the digital versions I can obviously send along so that way you can review it and see what's been done. But that was a paid piece, but it's also winning us some free exposure as well, which is fantastic. So at the end of the day, it's earned media, which is obviously a good thing. So we'll see what happens and we'll see what else comes of it. And if I do get more exposure, I'll send those pieces along as well that we're getting. At the end of the day, I think it's important that we just continue on this trend. It's good momentum. And that we just keep collaborating on these marketing pieces, whether it's radio, TV, whatever the case may be, any videos that are being done, because I know that video that was just created, that was shared with everybody, that was, anything helps. So obviously let's just keep trekking along and we'll see what we can do.
Marco, how do you get that backdrop behind us? Can we all use that?
I can send that to you. That's not a problem. I think I sent it to everybody, but maybe you didn't get it, Counselor. I'll send that to you right away.
That'd be great. Be nice to promote City of Thorough whenever we can. That'd be great.
I'll take it too.
Absolutely, for sure.
Hey, Marco, moving forward for the meeting, just so we're not scrambling at 10 to 10, I know Joanne had no idea about this meeting. Could we indulge you to being the host for our BI meetings or somebody that we don't have to worry about?
Yeah, let me see what we can do there with regards to working with clerks on that, and I'll get back to you.
Okay, fantastic. Tony?
All you have to do is make sure it gets on the city calendar. I've never had them miss that way. When you have the agenda made up and everything, send it over to the clerk's office. They'll post it on the city calendar. And then they're aware that, of the meeting.
Can we leave that in your hands, Marco?
Yeah, leave it in my hands. The only thing is that given that it's not a committee of council, I'm not sure how that's gonna work. So let me double check and I'll get back to you, okay?
Thank you
We
very much.
do it for the library board. We don't really have a problem with it. They don't run our meetings. However, we do send them all our stuff.
Mark,
Yeah.
Mark, they get our minutes, don't we? We send it to them.
Yeah, we do everything through them. It's just recently that we don't control our own funds. Normally, everything used to go through the city.
Right.
So yeah, even our meetings used to go on the calendar too, back like before. It's different because it's Zoom. I get it. Zoom's different. But yeah, that definitely I don't see a problem because they're hosting. So, but Tony, that's a great idea though, putting it on the we'll just have to remind them it's up to have it up there. I'll do the same. That's a great idea.
Thank you. Okay, folks, that's it. That's all. Anything else? Can I get a motion?
Where do I send the minutes, Serge?
Send them to
Erica.
Erica. You
Type
could
them
prob-
up. Okay.
Yeah, send them to Erica. Okay, can I get a motion to adjourn? Marcia, at 10:43. Thanks, ladies and